Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I want to show you how to crochet this tube top. It can be a tube top, it can be a top with a strap, but I made it as a tube top with some ruffles on it. So I'm going to show you how to crochet it, how to make it, and the patterns are so simple, so it will be easier for you as a beginner to get to know how to maneuver around it. So let's start right into it. So what you're going to need first is your yarn, the yarn of your choice, the yarn of your color. This is a 4-ply yarn. And next you're going to have our measuring tape and then your crochet hook. Mine is 4.5 millimeter hook. It's the one I'm going to use today. So first off, I'm going to make a knot. You can make a knot in any way that you're used to, but just make a knot right there. And you're going to make single crochets across. Remember, this single crochet, you're going to make it according to your bust size. Just take a measurement of your bust size and then you make a single crochets all around it. So that will make our foundation chain. So this whole chain is going to be our foundation chain. And so next we are going to start by now making single crochets all around it. Remember, it's after you've done your measurement. So just make single crochets around that. So insert your hook, pull through your yarn, insert your hook again, pull through your other yarn, insert your hook again, pull through the next yarn, and you're going to continue with this pattern all around. So continue and I'll meet you at the end of this row. So we are done with our first row of single crochets. As you can see, that's how it looks like. So on that last chain, chain, just chain one and turn your work. So basically you're going to continue with this single crochet pattern. Insert your hook like that, insert your hook and then you pull through. So the single crochet is always easy and simple, so continue with this pattern of the single crochets of inserting your hook and pulling through the yarn as you continue. So continue and I will meet you once you are done with your second row, or basically all the rows. But first remember to take a measurement of the width and the length size that you want for your top, or how you want your top to look like. So this is how my top looks like. As you can see, it's very neat. The pattern is very neat. So you can first of all take a measurement to confirm your details, that is from the chest to maybe your belly button or wherever place you want your top to reach, and also the length size. Ensure that the length size is according to your own measurement. So mine, I made 24 inches. You can make more or less depending on your size or your client's size. So do that, and once you're done with confirming your details like that, now we want to make the ruffles. But first, let's confirm our top. So this is how the tube top will look like without the ruffles and without any additional detail on it. So basically, I just want to confirm where I'll put my ruffles and where I'll remain with the armpit section at that top area. So I'm going to confirm that and also put stitch markers on whatever places I want the ruffles to be, and this is how I did. So in between there, I did it's where I'm going to make the ruffles. So I did 14 inches measurement. Let me just confirm that. Yes, 14 inches in between. That is where the ruffles will be. And on these other sides of the top, I did 5 inches, or I remained with 5 inches. So these other sides of the top, it's where the top will be on my armpit section. So I don't want the ruffles to be on my armpit section because of the easing, you know, the friction or something like that. So the armpit section, I'm not going to put the ruffles. That's why I'm not going to put the ruffles all around the top. So I'm just going to maintain the middle part, which is the 14 inches measurement. So after I've confirmed that on that area, so I'm going to now remove my stitch marker and take the color yarn of my choice. You can use yours depending on the top color that you've chosen. Mine was nude and I want to use white because of the color popping effect, so that the top doesn't look dull. So I'm going to remove this stitch marker right there, insert my hook, and I'm going to attach my yarn. So once I've attached my yarn right there, I'm going to chain 3. I'm going to make 3 chains, and that will start as our foundation chain for the ruffle section. So once I've chained 3 like that, I'm going to insert 2 half double crochets inside this same stitch right there. So insert your hook, chain 2, pull through the first 2 loops and pull through the second 2 loops. So the next stitch, I'm going to also put 3 double crochets in each of them. So continue with the 3 double crochets for each stitch, just to make the ruffles or to have that foundation of the ruffles. So continue with this pattern and I'll meet you once you are done with your first ruffle sections.
You know just what you do to me. Play my emotions like a pair of puppet strings. Did it ever occur to you my heart's more than a toy? Please go easy on me, babe. Send message after message, forward my calls. Next day you hit me back like nothing happened at all. What about all the things you used to say to me? This ain't the way.
So guys, we are done with the first row of the ruffles, and you can see the ruffles are starting to come up. So remember, it's 3 half double crochets in each stitch. So this is how it looks like on the inner side. Now you are going to ensure that the ruffles are aligned to your measurement. So I'm going to chain 2 on this section. So chain 2 and turn your work. Now we're going to work on this other side. So for this other side, for the second row of the ruffles, I'm going to be making 3 half double crochets in each and every stitch that we made earlier on our foundation ruffle. So make 2 half double crochets on that first stitch, because we had the first foundation chain that we made, and then make 3 half double crochets in each and every stitch that we have on the next on our ruffle section. So continue with this pattern of 3 half double crochets, 3 half double crochets in each stitch, and I will meet you once you are done with your pattern. So continue and I'll meet you once you're done. So this is our second row, and you can see the ruffles are coming out so nicely. As you can see, the ruffles are aligning themselves and they are so much pretty. So this is our second row. Remember, it's our second row, and already the ruffles have already started. So you can decide to leave the ruffles from this at this end. You can decide to end your ruffles at this end, or continue. So on my end, I'm going to finalize with another yarn, which was the base yarn that we use, that is the nude color, and I'm going to do it all around here on each and in each and every stitch. So I'm going to use this other color, the one that we had at first, and just be making single crochets in each stitch. So chain 1 and attach this next yarn. You can decide to leave the ruffles as I've said, or you can decide to add another color on top. So I want this color to, you know, align itself and pop up a little bit. So attach your yarn. That is the color yarn, that the second color yarn that you want to use. So attach it and in each and every stitch we are going to be making single crochets. So let me just turn my work a little bit. So I'm going to work on this other side. So this is what we have, and I'm going to attach my yarn. So I'm going to work on this other side, guys. Remember to do that. Don't use the other side that you had. So you turn your work and attach your yarn, and we are going to be doing single crochets all around this last pattern. So attach your yarn and insert a single crochet in the first stitch, and then do the same for each and every stitches that we have. So make single crochets all around this ruffle section and continue with the pattern, and I will meet you once you are done with our ruffle section, or with our single crochet pattern.
You say it's hard to tell just what I'm thinking. You think it's hard to see behind my smile. I'll say whatever you want, let you walk into my heart if you.
So this is how our ruffles look like. So guys, you can see what I was trying to achieve. It was more of like that pop of a, a bit of a color on it. So this is our other side, and so this is how my armpit section will look like, and that other part, the front part of the ruffles, will look like. So confirm you have your right measurements. Confirm that the ruffles look nicely, and also you can align them, or you can add more ruffles if you decide to do so. This was my choice. I didn't want much ruffles on the top, so this is where I ended my ruffles on. So next I want to show you guys how to make the holes on this side. That is where we are going to attach our string. But remember, you can decide to make a string for the top, for it to be longer, so that you cannot have a tube top, but a tube top which is strapless, but you can have a tube top which has the straps on. So I'm going to attach my yarn here, and I'm going to be making the holes for for our string, or our back string. So once I'm done that, I'm done doing that. Apologies for that. I'm done doing that. I'm going to chain 3. Sorry, I'm going to chain 7. I'm going to make 7 chains for our foundation hole. So make sure your yarn is okay, and chain 7, or rather make 7 chains like that. Make a treble on that part. So skip 4 chains, insert your hook, insert your hook on the first loop, insert your hook on the second loop, and then chain 3. So it's basically a treble crochet pattern. So make a treble crochet, skip 4 chains, insert your hook on the first 2 loops, and insert your hook on the second 2 loops, and then you chain 3. Treble crochet, skip 4 chains, insert your hook on the first stitch, and then make the first 2 stitches, and then make a treble 3 chains, and then make a treble crochet. So it's a continuous pattern of treble crochet, inserting your hook, chain 2 on the first 2 loops, and then make 3 chains. So continue with this pattern, and I'll meet you once you're done with making the holes for your strings. So guys, this is how it looks like, and I want you to ensure that you do the same for the next side, that is the right side or the left side of your top. So do the same pattern for the other side. I'm done with making the holes for the string of our top, and this is how it looks like. So basically I'm just counting the holes, and to make sure that they are the same number as the other side. So ensure that the holes are of the same number, so that the top, when you are strapping the top, it doesn't look a bit odd. So this is how our top looks like. So you can cut off the yarns, the remaining yarns, or the hanging yarns that we have left, and make your chain or the string that will attach our top. So this is just me making the chain for the string for our top. So just make a knot like that. I did attach both yarns for this string chain so that you know, you can have all the blended colors on it. So I'm going to make a longer chain for our string. You can make yours depending on how long you want it to be. So once you're done with the making this chain, continue with this, and I'll show you how we are going to attach the string on the holes for the top that we've made. So guys, we're done with making our string. So it is not that I didn't make a longer one, so I just made a sizable one for our top. Now we are going to be making, to ensure that we've inserted the strings in each and every hole of our top. So we'll start by pulling through each into each of every hole. So do that, and I'll meet you once you are done. So guys, this is how our top looks like. I've already put in the straps, and that is how the ruffles look like. So don't forget to cut off the excess yarn from your top. So thank you for watching the video, and I hope it really helped. Till next time.
I'm dreaming in dreams bigger than me, taking my time, giving to me.